Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. And on this episode, we are going to continue where we left off. Now, there's a few things I want to do in this episode. You can see most of my guys are sleeping right now, but what I kind of want to do is either two of things. Between two things, I should say. We want to either come down here and get the rest of these resources over here, or we can work on upgrading our advanced tech tree, which I think we might actually do because we kind of need a little bit of food, and that's going to be the next little thing that we're going to get anyways, so I kind of want to do that now. I was kind of tripped up earlier. For whatever reason, I couldn't remember how to make grain. It's actually fairly easy. I don't know why I'm opening up that right there. All you have to do is go over here where your little seeds are. You click on it, and to make it, all you need is wheat. And for every one thing of wheat, you get 2 seeds. So you actually do get a fair amount of seeds out of this. Plus, when you harvest the wheat, you always have a chance of getting seeds anyways, so you're really not losing out on that much. Plus, this is going to upgrade our skill. Right there, we've already finished it off just making those seeds, which we needed anyways, so that we could plant more of that stuff down. So let's go to the tech tree, and you will see now that we can do a stone kitchen stove, which is a little bit better than the one we had before. I don't know if you actually have to have the better one to make these items, but you probably do. Yeah, that's probably the case. But if you have the better one, you probably don't need the lesser one. So you can get rid of some of those if you need the space. So let's see. I guess we're going to make the stone kitchen stove first. But we need a pot. Okay, well, we're going to make one of those. And those are made instantly. Okay, so we can do that. Let's go back. Where's it at? I doubt it's going to be in here, but let's look anyways. Let's just go back over here. It's easier to find it. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and put all this stuff in there. We got a little pot. We got some stone. Thankfully, I have been building stone walls, so I actually have a fair bit of that right here. You might not have this. You may have to make a few pieces. Most people don't really worry about the walls. They pick like one that they like, and they kind of stick with that one. Did I put something in there wrong? No, those are stone walls. Oh, it's... What is that, coal? Dang it. How did I not notice that? Here we go. Now that should do it. And we're going to go ahead and put it down here on the bottom. Let's see. We can get rid of the doors. We're not going to be doing the house stuff for a while. So I guess I'll send my guys down here while that is going on. We'll go ahead and finish getting up the rest of these resources. Because if we do level up our tech tree, we are going to need some gold eventually. We will need a whole bunch of silver as well, so let's go ahead and grab that. Let's put some scaffolding over here, make it a little bit easier for them to get up. And we will put some lights down because it's pretty dark in here. There we go. So my guys are finally going down there. What are they getting attacked by? Oh, a mummy. The thing I have noticed about the mummies is they tend to drop leather quite a bit. So earlier on in the game, when I needed a whole bunch of leather and I was killing the animals to get it, I could have just went over there and attacked mummies, got some level up on my skill, and I would have been better off doing that. They also occasionally will drop that thread, the one that takes quite a bit to get right here, this one right here, this little red one. That's pretty nice that they will drop those. Definitely helps it on you if you're going to build anything out of that kind of stuff. And I do have to replace these towers. I hope I don't forget about that. But I'm not going to take the time to do that now. Let's see, is it done yet? Nope. Is he making it? Where do they make this anyways? I mean, because it's not really something you forge, and it's not really something you would cut on a crafting table. So I'm not sure how they would make that. But they still haven't done it yet, so I guess we have to wait. Unless they're delivering it. I don't see it on anybody's backpack. Okay, well that sucks. Let's see, they're not. Now, I will do something more with this house eventually, but I think for now, it's probably as good as I'm going to get it. It actually went down a fair bit. I think it went down about 3%, so I don't think this flooring really helps. I don't think that really divides the room and gives them a smaller space, which I've heard they like. So I think if you had gone with the walls all the way around, that might be the best bet for you. And I will eventually go back and try changing this up. Maybe do this second half over here with stone walls and a flooring to boot and see if that actually increases. If it does, then I'll go back and redo the whole thing off camera so you guys don't have to see that. But it's kind of an interesting way to start it out. I mean, it didn't work as well as I thought it would, but again, that's what kind of is very enjoyable to me in this game is you just get to experiment. You have an idea, you can try it out. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. If it does, maybe next time when you're on that level, you tweak it a little bit, and it works even better than that. So that's the draw to me. But I mean, everybody is a little bit different, and I really haven't concerned myself too much with the building since I started this game yet. But I definitely do. I just get wrapped up really heavily in, you know, combat, and for whatever reason when I play this game, seeing the dwarves go off and fight for me is just hilarious. I love watching that, so I kind of do favor that a little bit more than I probably should. Come on, kill. Now, I'm guessing there's an ant farm somewhere over here, and this happens to be like the leading edge of it. That's why there's only a few of them over here. But I'm guessing if my guys go a little bit further in, they're going to run into some of those things. So let's put a light here, because I did see a few of them go back. So there's at least one more over here that I could have swore. So, I don't know. I kind of want to check it out. You can kind of hear them, too. Oh, yeah, there's something there. You can see it right here. There's a little opening. Yeah, that's pretty far away. That's not too bad. Oh, great. You guys suck when there's a ledge. Now, there is something I want to talk to you guys about. And YouTube is doing some things lately where they're trying to clear up some of the old YouTube accounts that people have created for whatever reason and then never came back to it. And some people are losing subscribers, and I've noticed that some people were saying some things like, you know, people who actually are using their accounts and are already on and watching videos have been losing some of the people they subscribe to. So there are some flaws in the system. So if any of you guys, for whatever reason, have lost your subscription to my channel, it's not because I booted you off for some weird reason. I believe I have that ability, but I've never used it. I think if somebody was really, really annoying, I might do something like that if they were just rude to everybody. But I can't imagine really any other reason I would ever use that aspect. So, yeah, if you're having problems, if you're losing subscriptions to other channels, that's probably why they're making changes to it. So, I think it's still kind of a good thing, because mainly the only reason you would have an account that you haven't logged into for, you know, years probably, I think is what they're going after. So what is this? Smithing book, increase the speed at which objects are made from metal. Is because a lot of people will play that game where you have a... Oh, these guys are falling down again. Take it down, I thought they would be done, but nope. Let's put another portal over here, a little safer, so these guys don't have to climb up. Dang it. Getting hurt over here. But yeah, a lot of people play that game where you subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. It ups our numbers, and companies who allow you to review objects or video games or things along those lines, they look at the subscriber count and not the minutes watched, which I think is actually a more accurate description of how good your channel's doing. Because it's very easy to game the system with subscribe to me and I subscribe to you, which I don't do. I won't ever do that. The people I am subscribed to on my channel, you guys are welcome to look at those, and those are people that I actually watch. And a lot of them, well, I won't say a lot of them, but a few of them on there I've actually gotten because you guys have subscribed to my channel. And like I said, I always check out to see what you guys have to offer, and if I like your videos, I'll hit the like button. A lot of you guys do games that I'm not too interested in, like GTA 5 and stuff like that. I mean, it's a good game, but it's just a little more violent than games that I'm tended to be attracted to. So when I see that you're doing a good job on your videos, I'll hit the like button and share it on my Twitter account, and those who are following that will see that, and they can check it out as well. But it's just not my taste in games, so usually I won't subscribe unless it is both, you know. But yeah, I don't really see any reason to play that game where you subscribe back and forth, other than the fact that, like I said, companies look at that, and if you have a higher enough subscriber count, some companies will actually like send you free games to review and things of that sort. But I don't know, I'd rather get there honestly on my own without having to game the system like that than, you know, even try to just be dishonest like that. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it. But they keep an eye on that, but not really as good of an eye as they do on the minutes watched, like the views, because that actually makes money. That's the, you know, the commercials. The more people who are viewing your channel, the more money you make off of it, obviously, if you have commercials on it. And so they watch that pretty heavily. It's pretty hard to game that system. And because of that, you know, a lot of people are going, you know, the subscription route, which is just playing around with the numbers because you have all these accounts that people have literally created, you know, hundreds, sometimes even thousands if they got the time of accounts, so that they can just subscribe to their own channels or boost somebody else's channel's numbers. And those are the ones that they're going after, accounts that were never supposed to serve a purpose in the first place other than to do something that you know, really shouldn't have been doing anyways. I mean, I understand the thought process behind it. I understand why you were doing it, you know, trying to game the system, but now you understand where they're coming from when they're trying to get rid of those. And a couple of you guys may be caught up in that, you know. I mean, you may actually have a legitimate channel that you watch videos on. You may even produce stuff, although I haven't heard of anybody losing their channel that has produced anything, whether it's a video for 5 seconds or whatnot. I don't think those are the people they're going after, because that's part of their content. That's why people come back. And if you booted off people who put a video up, you know, 10 years ago and have never come back, but yet it has, you know, 100 million views on it because it's something hilarious, yeah, you're going to be losing viewers because of that. So I don't think they're going after those things. I think they're going after the ones that have been created, logged on like once, and never again. Okay, they're going to kill that. So now that I got that cooking thing, let's go ahead and see if we can make some of these. We need flour. I should have been planting the wheat, man. I don't know why I forgot that. Now we need flour for almost everything, except for this, which I think we have a fair amount of fish. Yes, we do. Coal, maybe another story. Yeah, we're going to have to go get some more coal. And oil. Well, we only have 9 of those. Let's see how many do they make. 5 at a time. So let's do that, because we need a little bit of food. Now, it's not going to level us up, because the ones we need are the flour and the water, and we don't have either one of those. And this one wants coal. Actually, I think they all want coal. Yeah, they all want coal. So we're going to have to get coal, and we're going to have to get flour. Okay, so let's come back over here. Now, I have been told if you hit the H button, it automatically takes you back to your base, right there where your stockpile is. So that's an easy way to get back if you don't happen to know where you're at, or you don't necessarily want to actually, you know, travel the whole way to get there. So let's see. We're going to put some wheat down here. Actually, we're going to put the seeds down here. We only have 8. So we're going to expand this area, and we're going to make a few more seeds. Let's do that right there. And then we're going to expand this area going this way. We're going to have to put some more dirt down. So let's do that. Take that. You know, I guess we could come up from underneath. Yeah, we might as well. It'll give us a little speed boost there. And we'll put these things down, these little seeds. Get that going. Again, they can only be placed in dirt, and even though this counts as dirt, if you come over here, and it's not because it's inside of a building, if I come up here or something like that, it still doesn't work. You can't put it in this stuff. It has to actually be real dirt. Now, I could put it over here, and I guess I'll do that just to show you guys right there. See, I can do that, but I can't do it over here. It's kind of a bad example because I don't have any free areas up over here that doesn't have stuff on top, but just take my word for it, guys. You can't put it there. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Now, I'm going to go all the way over here, so I might as well put a portal. Put that right there. And I'll put a portal over here on this side. That way they can start planting those seeds. They have to bring those things down as well. And I need to put some food on the table. So let's go back over here where they are making my food. And, yeah, we'll put these and these down. Oh, actually, no. We have fried eggs. Yeah, that's going to be so much better for them. So let's see. Fried eggs for everybody around. It's a nice little protein there for you guys. And since you guys have been eating nothing but coconut, I'm pretty sure you guys might be kind of low on protein. Not to mention just disgusted with coconut after the whole game of eating the same stuff. So let's put that there. And we'll give you a little bit more coconut because, unfortunately, you guys are little piggies that go through my food like crazy. In fact, it seems like the more... Wow, that stuff is growing fast. The more work they do, you know, the more they eat, it seems like. And it would make sense if that was the case, but I've never seen that in earlier levels. It didn't seem like... Maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. But it does seem like the more I tell them to do, the more they're going to eat. Because, again, when you get beer later on, that definitely increases their speed at which they move around, but my food is gone within like 10 seconds, so I think there is something to that. I'm just, you know, it's kind of hard to actually prove because they eat whenever they feel like it. Sometimes they're really, really hungry and they don't eat, and other times they're very, you know, almost not hungry at all, and they still eat something. So it's kind of weird when they decide to do it. And it's not only like when they have nothing else to do. They have tons and tons of stuff to do. They will still go down there and eat whenever they feel like it, but I don't know. I haven't been able to predict, you know, what are the conditions? Like, you know, what's the priority on that? I have a hard enough time predicting what the priority is on, like, building versus, you know, picking up resources. And it seems like picking up resources is pretty much the last priority that they have. Like, they will only do that when they have absolutely nothing else left in their query. Like, if there's anything possibly on the map to mine, they'll walk, you know, a gazillion miles to get there before they even begin to start picking stuff up, which is kind of annoying sometimes when all you want them to do is pick the stuff up. Now, if you put a portal next to it, that seems to almost override any concern they have, because I think the #1 priority is to do what's closest to them, and then there's like a set of priorities that kind of override the first one a little bit based off of how close they are. And if you put something like right on top of it, then they're just like automatically in their head, that's the closest, period, end of story, because it's only one space away, or less than, because they all will have to go through that little portal. And I think that counts as like the same space and time. I mean, because it's not like they're stepping through it, they're just like being zapped there from one spot to another. At least if you think about it a little bit. And yeah, I may be overthinking that, to be honest, but it's kind of fun to think about it, you know, just play along with the aspect of the game, the role-playing aspect, the storyline they got going for you. And we're not going to use those torches. We're going to use the good ones, because this is technically still inside my house, and I want that rating to still be kind of high. Let's go ahead and put this down here for you guys, because apparently you just like jumping down. I didn't think they would do that. I mean, they're supposed to be pretty smart, and since the last patch, slowly but surely, I have noticed them get a little bit better over time. I'm not sure if that's because their skill is simply getting better, you know, in their, you know, they have climbing skills and things of that sort. So maybe the few of them who were really, really bad at climbing just happen to have the skill and they're getting better at it. But I don't think so. I think they have improved that, because they do fall down a little bit less than normal, which is not saying much, because again, they're still pretty bad. So let's do some flour, which we need grain for. That's okay. Well, let's turn all our flour, or all our there we go, all our wheat into seeds, and then we're gonna make a few of these. Now, I don't want to make too many, because I do need some more seeds here to plant just a few more rows right there. So let's do all but one, apparently. Now we have 4. Okay, that works. Let's do that right there. And I do want to do one more right there when we have the time. Let's see, is any of this stuff done? I don't believe that's done yet. Yeah, that's not done. We'll have to wait until it turns, I believe, golden, you know, to golden brown, kind of a yellow color. And you can see they just walk right by this food all the time. Let's see, what are they doing up here? Now, I do need to stop them for a second and come back down here and get all the coal that I saw, which was, where was it? And there's a lot of these dudes. I gotta kill that stuff off. There it is. There's a little bit there. Not a whole lot, to be honest. But it's enough to make me want to come down here and get it, because I do need coal very desperately to make all that food that I want. And there's a little bit more over here. Maybe they will pick that stuff up. Actually, let's pick up the scaffolding before I forget about it. And I need to go find some more coal somewhere. Now, it's probably going to be a little bit higher than this, to be honest. Yeah, we got some coal over here. It's kind of in a dangerous spot. What about over here? A little bit more. So we got some iron. Got a whole bunch of coal over here, but that's going to be hard to dig to and not mess up where they want to go into my base. I could try it, but let me see if I can find someplace better than that. Save that for another time, if we can all possibly avoid it. Nope. I mean, there's some iron there. There's probably a little bit more coal over here somewhere as well, but I'd have to dig for it blind. You know what? I did want to dig over next to the temple anyways, just to kind of get an idea of what's around it and connect these bases together. So let's see. I can send my portal over here. Let's do that. Let's dig over here and just dig straight down. We'll put this little portal here. And we'll go down here. Now this should be far enough away from the temple that I can eventually teleport over here. Or at the very least, I want to try to connect my bases, because if I can do that, then they can just walk over here rather than have to go over every single little mountain and stuff, and I won't have to send or use my portal magic basically for nothing. So let's keep going down. And I'm going to have to make sure I put lights down this time, because I always forget to put those down at a regular pace. It does look like this might be even deeper. No, that might be it. That might be it. But I might be able to see where this goes. It's probably just going to be another one of these little dead ends right here. But there's a little bit of resources over here. Oh, there's another bug thing. Dang it. What are they killing in there? There's like no way for anything to get in there. Oh, it was a snail. Man, they hate those snails, and I'm not sure why. I've never really seen them like purposely go after bugs like they are in this level. It was kind of a shock to me that they would even consider going after something like that. So let's do some more lights, which... Did they ever put that one down? Yes, they did. Wow, they dig really fast now. It's kind of mind-blowing the speed at which they can dig, because of not just their pickaxes, but their skill in that actual you know, mining, which is amazing. I'm glad I gave it to them early on in the game. Now let's see. I need to make more scaffolding. I just never have enough of it. I know some of you guys have said I'm quite literally addicted to scaffolding, and you're perfectly right, but it does come in handy quite a bit for me. And so I just love having more and more of it. Let's do 10 more. That should be fine. And I will instead put a portal down here so they don't have to keep climbing back up. And so, like, when we do these big, long tunnels that dig straight down, that kind of just explore and see what's there, which is actually kind of dangerous as you get further and further down to the bottom, because you run into the chance of running into lava and things of that sort. We don't really run into that chance up here. You do kind of have to worry about running into the ant farm or something like that. But as long as you're somewhat paying attention, you should be able to get that 1 or 2 or 3 dwarves out of there pretty quickly, because they only come down in one row. Increase the speed at which objects are made from metal. Because they're only coming down in one row, only one person can mine that at a time. So usually the max amount of people you will have will be 1, maybe 2 dwarves in that very small shaft. Now, when you dig a big area like this, a lot more of them come down because they're able to actually access it. But if you don't do that, if you just go straight down, which would run into something over here. You know, when you're looking for iron, that's when you can't, or not iron, when you're looking for coal, that's when you can't find it. I guess let's start heading off in this direction, see if we can connect our bases at some point. Let's see, how far are we away from our base? Actually, we're not that far away from our base, so let's keep going this direction. Pretty sure we'll have to do some twists and turns here. It's usually not you know, always possible just to go straight ahead. Oh, and there's our coal. Nice. So we are going to finish getting all of that. And they can't, so let's get rid of some of the scaffolding, and we can put it down here. There we go. Should be more than enough. And we need to put some more lights down. Let's do that. Let's put a light here and a light over here. Now, a lot of the they're killing another one. Those things just keep spawning in there. I wish I could get experience off of that somehow. You know, by you know what I could do instead of just digging in there? I could put a portal down and just tell my guys to go in there and kill everything. That would be an interesting way for my guys to enter in there. I don't know how well they would do. I would like to believe that they would do fairly well, but I kind of know better. My guys really aren't that good when they first appear into a new area. Let's do this. We need some lights over here, otherwise stuff will start to grow. Now, I've been told that they will not grow if you harvest the back walls. If you're running into issues with that, you can do that. Lights supposedly do not stop them from growing, but in my experience, when you put down lights, for the most part, it really hinders them a lot. You know, not just something like you're like, oh, you know, I use that occasionally. No, it's like something that you'd probably want to do all the time to ensure that you didn't have to worry about that. But to each their own. If you don't like doing that, you can always chop the back wall down, and then you won't have to worry about it at all. So that's always the safer bet. It will take you a little bit longer, obviously, but some people are not in a rush. In fact, if I was playing the game off camera, that's probably how I would be. I'd probably be taking a very long time to do pretty much anything, but I'd be greatly enjoying it just the same. So I'm not putting that down at all. That's a definitely good way to play. Let's do this. Let's get... Wow, this is a lot of coal. This is exactly what we needed. soon as we get all of this, we will do some more crafting, actually. So you need to put some more lights down in here. Let's do that. And did you guys ever put a light down over here? Yes, you did, so I can get that scaffolding. Now we'll wait on that. We don't really need that now. And they don't really even use the scaffolding as much, it doesn't seem like. But when it's not there, that's when you can really notice that you don't have it. So maybe they do. Maybe it looks like they're climbing the back wall, but what they're really doing is climbing the scaffolding. Which I guess if you zoom in, it kind of does look like they are. It'd be very hard to see the dual layers of that because it's, you know, just a flat screen. It's not three-dimensional. I can't turn it so I can see that they're actually inside. But, you know, wait, we got some iron. Nah, we don't really need... How much iron do we have, actually? You know what? Not very much, but we're not really going to use it for anything. It does look like iron can be made, but I don't know what it needs to be used in the recipe to make that. I haven't actually seen that before. Maybe they intend to add that into the game later on, and they haven't, you know, completely come up with the idea of what they need. That could be kind of cool that you can make pretty much any resource that you need in the game. I know they have it where you can make coal from wood, so yeah, maybe they'll add that in there where you can make iron as well, or silver, or any of the other ones, which we don't. We can come down here and get this stuff later. I mean, it's valuable and we want it, but not this moment. Smithing book increases the speed at which objects are made from metal. Now, I've never really paid that close attention, but it does seem that since we have started looking for coal, the last 2 books that we've gotten have been about smithing. So I don't know if they hide the books for certain, you know, skills in the resources that you actually, you know, would need to make that stuff. So if you're, you know, looking for a smithing book, you may find it over here where there's a whole bunch of coal or iron or things of that sort. Let's see, where are you guys going? Okay, I'll put a portal here. Which, you know, I'd never understood it, man. I have a portal down there, so I get where these 2 guys are going. But they were the closest to this one than any of the others, and yet the others are still heading for this direction. And these guys, it boggles my mind sometimes why they do the things they do. But I can't really blame them. I kind of mess with them by sending them false signals and a lot of different directions that pull them in different ways. But where are you? I guess you're headed down here, huh? Oh, come on. You're walking right next... Oh, my... Seriously, guys? You're walking past the portal. I can't believe you guys. And there they go. So, no, come on. And the other guy's going to walk right by, too? I don't understand why some of them respond and some of them don't. It's kind of annoying a little bit, actually, when they do stuff like that. It's just... I don't know, you just have to figure it out. I guess there's some little bugs here and there. Hopefully they will fix those pretty soon because they can drive you crazy. So let's see. You know what? We're actually going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. And on the next episode, we will finish making... Oh, we got a little bit more here. We might have to harvest that. And a little bit more over here. So yeah, on the next episode, we will finish making our food. We will come over here and get our wheat, which is finally almost done. And we will get one step closer to finally getting our silver weapons. And then hopefully somewhere down within the next probably 5 or 6 episodes, we will probably be close to getting our master mithril armor. And once we get that, I think we're going to go over there and start slaughtering some of those creatures. Now, we're probably going to lose quite a few dwarves trying that technique out because there's just so many of them. I don't even see with like full maxed out skill and full mithril armor and even with tons and tons of health potions that we really stand much of a chance against this many mummies, this many skeletons, and a guardian who's going to be shooting firebolts out of his eyes the whole time we're fighting him. So I'm expecting heavy casualties, probably almost every single one of my dwarves once we take this on. But I think we have to. I think we have to start thinning the numbers and recouping from our losses. It's going to be rough. So again, guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you do like these episodes, hit that little like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments down below, make sure you guys leave those. I love hearing back from you guys. I always let you guys know when there's a little tip that's been shared with me. So if you have anything like that, you know, feel free to share it with everybody, and I'll make sure that they find out about it. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.